Nollan Wells' family just sat down with the prosecutor for the first time since his body was found. What they learned, this case is now headed to a grand jury. Here's what that actually means, and what it doesn't. On Wednesday, July 15th, Nollan's parents, Christine and Elmore Wansley, met privately in Pascagoula with Jackson County District Attorney Angel Myers McElrath, their first meeting since their son's body was recovered. Family attorney Ben Crump described it as a respectful meeting. Crump said the DA could not share details of the ongoing investigation since the case remains active, but she did lay out the process. Once the sheriff's office finishes its investigation, the findings go to a grand jury. This is the part worth slowing down on. A grand jury will review the completed investigation and decide whether there's enough evidence to bring criminal charges against anyone. But, and this matters, the DA's office has been clear that convening a grand jury does not, by itself, mean a crime occurred. It's the standard, routine process in Mississippi and most states whenever someone dies under unexplained or unnatural circumstances. One concrete step to come out of the meeting: both sides agreed to a joint, independent review of Nollan's cell phone. Attorney Eric Hertz, who's helping lead the family's investigation with former law enforcement experts, said the goal is for the family's team and law enforcement to see the same data at the same time. Hertz was blunt about one thing: there's a lot of misinformation circulating around this case, including AI-generated images and competing narratives pushed by people with their own motivations. He described the family's legal team's task simply and asked the public to keep an open mind until investigators finish their work. "Our job is to cut through all the noise," attorney Eric Hertz. A reporter also asked Crump about a photo he'd reshared that had become the subject of online rumor. Crump didn't get into specifics at the press conference, and neither will we. If you've seen claims about specific photos or videos online, treat them the way the family's own legal team is asking people to, as unverified, until investigators say otherwise. Separately, the FBI has said it's working to address threats crossing state lines that were sent to people connected to the case. That effort is running alongside, not instead of, Jackson County's own investigation. Alongside the legal process, the family announced funeral arrangements. Visitation will be held Monday, July 20th, from 9 to 11 a.m. at Center Point Church in Ocean Springs, with the memorial service immediately after, followed by a repast at the Jackson County Fairgrounds for family, close friends, and former teammates. The Reverend Al Sharpton is expected to deliver the eulogy. So where does this leave things? The cause of death still hasn't been released. The cell phone review is just getting started. And now there's a defined legal path forward: a grand jury that will eventually decide whether anyone should be charged. Until then, Nollan's family has asked for one thing above all: patience and the truth, instead of speculation.